So I talk to my students a lot about this, and it is timing. So in my lessons recently, I've found myself talking to a lot of students about the issue of timing as they're starting to get back into travel ball. They're playing games, especially after this break of not having, a high school or college season. And so we've been talking a lot about timing. And I think one of the best pieces of advice I was given in actually summer ball in college, but I kind of started to pick this up as well and elaborate on it as I did instruction, as I coached. And a thing that I like to tell my students with timing is to pinpoint a visual or a location on the pitcher, or even if you're practicing this off a front toss. And what I mean by that is if you're struggling with your timing, I want you to pinpoint when exactly in the pitcher's motion you are starting your movement, your load. Okay, so a lot of athletes, a lot of times it's just natural, we just load and go. We don't pay attention to when am I actually starting my load. So if we're able to pinpoint, okay, when the pitcher is releasing is when I'm starting my load, or when her arm's back behind her, or even just after she lets go of the ball. When we are able to pinpoint exactly when that is, then we pinpoint that and say, okay, I am starting my movement when her arm, is straight back behind her before she comes forward. And we pinpoint that and we're like, okay, I'm still early. So then that tells you, okay, I'm going to change it. I'm going to change my pinpoint to when she releases the ball. Okay. And then maybe that helps us. That was really good timing. That was perfect timing. And then people have asked me though, well, what about change-ups? Well, I think dealing with change-ups, you can do different change-up drills, but I think that's a whole other issue on its own. I think if you have good mechanics, good hands, you'll be able to, even if you get fooled by a change-up and you've got 2 strikes, still throw your hands through it and make decent contact with the ball, because unless you see a change-up coming, a lot of times we're not looking to hit those over the fence. But 90 to 95% of your pitches are not going to be change-ups or off speeds. And if you're facing a pitcher that throws that most of the time, then adjusting to that in the game, you can do the same pinpoint thing. So I would say this can work in a game, but practice this off of front toss as well. If someone's front tossing you, to pinpoint exactly when you're starting your load to help you be able to know, okay, I either need to speed up or slow down or whatever it is. So I think that's one way that is really, really beneficial, especially as you're playing in tournaments this summer, to help you focus on that timing, especially when you're facing different pitchers. And make sure you're doing this, if you're a leadoff hitter trying to get out there, like early when the pitcher's warming up. If you're not, use your on deck time, use your time in the dugout, go outside the dugout and try to watch the pitcher. Just use your time to do that and see if it helps with that timing just a little bit.